G'day everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we have AFL Evolution 2 predicts the 2021 final series. So we've got first versus fourth Melbourne versus Brisbane at Adelaide Oval. Then we've got, this isn't in the order that we played, but then we've got first elimination final, 5th versus 8th, Bulldogs versus Essendon, which will be played at University of Tasmania Stadium, or UTAS. Then we've got 6th versus 7th, second elimination final, Sydney versus JBS, which will also be played at UTAS. And then we've got the second qualifying final, second versus third, Port versus Geelong, which will be played at Adelaide Oval. So, yeah, it should be pretty interesting. The other thing is, I was originally going to factor in injuries for all the teams, but it'd just be too difficult going, having to really see who's coming back in every week and all that. So I'm just going to go there, the team's best 11s. So here is a look at what I predict is going to happen. Alright, so these are my predictions for the first round, and this is not my predictions for real life first round, this is what I think is going to happen in the game. Because, like I said, I was going to factor injuries, but then it's going to be too difficult. But yeah, so I think these will get over the lines. So this is just like the best 22s. I think these will get over the lines. They'll go to prelim lines, go to the semi, where they'll play the Dogs, who will beat Essendon, GWS to beat Sydney, Cats to go to the prelim after beating Port, who go through the semi. Now my thing here is, I'm a Swan supporter, so I'd love to say Sydney, but we're talking best 22 here, and it's on the game, and we're talking 20, start of the season stats. So I mean, Gould and McInerney and all that are still real low. Blakey's on a half-back and he's actually registered as a key forward in the game, all that stuff. And as well, we're talking, like I said, best 22s here. And GWS have a very, very good best 22, especially on the game. Alrighty, then we move on to the second round of finals. I think Lions will just pip the Dogs, sending them through to a prelim, playing the Cats. And I think that Port will get over the Giants, putting them up against the D's in a prelim. So I have just tipped the top 4 to make through the prelims. A bit of a boring guess, but that's just what I reckon will happen. Alright, and then my predictions for the prelim. I think Port will get the D's and the Cats will get the Lions. And it'll be a Port Adelaide versus Cats grand final. And I think that the Cats will get them. Actually, no, I think Port will make up for the qualifying final. I think Port will win the flag in this. Alright, here is the first game. Port Adelaide taking on Geelong. It's a Friday night game. 20:07 in Adelaide, at Adelaide Oval. Port versus Geelong, yeah. There's something I want to say. Oh yeah, 5 minutes. That's what it was, 5 minutes, because I think it's either 5 minutes or 7.5 minutes. Give the most realistic scores. I can't remember which one, so I've just gone with 5 minutes. That'll be how it is through the whole thing. But I've done it because the main reason I chose 5 over 7.5 is because you can't sim single matches, or at least it's not letting me at the moment. So I kind of have to watch the game. So I thought, stuff it, I'm just going to go 5 minutes. And yeah, at the end it doesn't matter too much. So let's just get right into it. Just a quick update, I got about halfway through the first quarter on 5 minutes and it was 18-6, so I've changed it all the way up to 10 minutes. So this is going to be very long. This might not even end up being out till Wednesday or Thursday, I don't know, us being in lockdown. Could come in slightly handy for this though. Alright, so this is what we're looking at half time. The Cats have a 29-point lead. Big lead for the Cats there. Let's just not run into the second half and the rest of the game. This game ended up being insane. It was crazy how close this game actually ended up being. Look at the Worm, look at Port's insane comeback, look at the quarter by quarter. And the scores were level, real time, probably 15 seconds ago, and then Geelong got a point and a goal on the siren. That was crazy close. I said best on, followed by Guthrie and Higgins. Alrighty, now we move on to game 2, which is the elimination final between 6th versus 7th, Sydney Swans versus GWS Giants, Battle of the Bridge in Launceston. We got a close game here in the elimination final. Buddies kicked 3 at the half time. GWS are beating the Swans by just 3 points after the Swans were up by 4 at quarter time. This one is a really close game. Hopefully the second half is much the same. And the Giants get up by just 9 points in what ended up being quite a close game. It was a close game all game. Swans just took the lead in the third. Giants kicked a couple back, as you can see down the worm down the bottom here. And it was still pretty close at 3/4 time, and then Giants started off the quarter insane. And then Swans had a massive comeback, so the Swans will be pretty gutted with that. But yeah, look at that. Third quarter cost the Swans a bit, and the start of that last, of course. What a game. Finlayson, Toronto, Kelly, Buddy kicked 4. I'm a Swans supporter, like I said earlier, so it's a bit gutted for me. But I did predict them to win, but when we were that close, especially at half time, I was like, mate, we're a genuine shot at this, like, can't the Swans? But no, oh well. Alright, now we're moving to the next game. Melbourne versus Brisbane, first versus fourth. Qualifying final, Adelaide Oval. Yeah, good night in Adelaide. Hopefully. I haven't even seen anything yet. Alright, let's hop right in. I think I forgot to say is that the Swans GWS game, and from like that game, this game and all the games from here on have just been 7.5 minutes, and will just be 7.5 minutes. 7.5 minute quarters. I mean, half time of Melbourne versus Brisbane, and Brisbane are absolutely running away with it. They've got a 5-goal lead, massive. So Melbourne are going to need a big comeback if they want to win this game. Brisbane get over the line in the end by 22 points. Melbourne were looking really strong in the second half of that last quarter. As you can see, they kicked a bit back there, and the ball's inside their 50. So much more than Brisbane, but Brisbane managed to easily hold on in the end because Melbourne just couldn't kick goals. Like they had so many inside 50s and just could not kick any goals. Robinson had 4 lines 3, so Robbo best on. Glodich second best on. Salem third best on. Brisbane through to a prelim. Melbourne through to semi. It actually hurts being as dumb as I am. So I just went through. So obviously Lions just beat D's, right? But I accidentally wrote it on this. D's were in a prelim and Lions and all that, and I got all the way to the grand final. And then I was going back through the video, and I was like, you're kidding me, Lions beat D's. So I've had to go through, and I've had to remove the first semi and both prelims, and I've got to redo them all. Bloody hell. That is just painful. The last game of the first round of finals, 5th place Western Bulldogs, 8th place Essendon, University of Tasmania, elimination final, let's hop right in. Half time at the moment, and the Dogs have just a 2-goal lead. Very close game. Yeah, like I just said, it's a very close game at the moment, half time. Let's just hop right in the second half. In a close game in Tasmania, the Bulldogs have managed to get over the line. I mean, yeah, in the last quarter, the Dons, got off to an awesome start, and then there was the Dons, and the Dogs kicked out a couple, Dons kicked back a couple, and the Dogs kicked out again. But someone who was massive in this last quarter was bloody Caleb Daniel. He took like 3 or 4 intercept marks just in the last 4 game minutes. That was nuts. He was very, very clutch. Martin Norton, JJ for the best ons. Alright, Bulldogs through, Essendon eliminated. Alright, so the second round of finals looks like the first semi-final, D's versus Dogs, and the second semi-final, Port Adelaide versus GWS. Alright, here we go. Semi-final, Melbourne versus Bulldogs. Actually, this will be a really good game. It's going to be at the Gabba because obviously currently we can't play in Melbourne, so it's going to be at the Gabba. Let's jump right in. At half time, the Dogs have a 14-point lead. There was a massive slump through that quarter where there was no scoring at all. But yeah, and it ends the first half, Bulldogs up 14. It is getting intense here in the semi-final. I don't know how long is left, but there's enough time for D's to still win it. But the Dogs go in the middle. The Dogs out in the middle. Stephen May's dropped the mark. Kick it, son. Okay, they're on the way back out. I don't think there's long left. Oh, it's the siren. The Dogs win by a point. That's crazy, dude. The D's kicked two really quick goals. They kicked a goal and got straight back out of the middle there, like right before I started. Filming the Dogs win by a point, which really switches it up because the one that I didn't stuff up, it was actually a Melbourne Lions grand final without even making it to the prelim. Now we go on to the second semi, Port Adelaide versus GWS at Adelaide Oval. The winner will play Melbourne in a preliminary final. I don't know what the hell is happening here at Adelaide Oval. Giants up by 52 points at half time. Wow. Lucky Whitfield, after having an insane first half, 10 touches, 2 goals, just did not get a touch in the third quarter. I have no words for what just happened. Bo Kimmelberg, Finlayson, the three best on. I'm shocked. That was absolutely nuts. Whitfield only have 1 touch in the whole second half. Let's jump right into the prelims. The third round of finals, the preliminaries, looks like Lions will play GWS and the Cats will play the Dogs. Here we are, the first preliminary final. It's the Lions versus the Giants at the Gabba. It's a night game, of course, and yeah, let's stop running. Half time, and GWS have a 19-point lead, which is, interesting because as you can see, they're 7-8, and they just kicked like 4 or 5 points in a row. Like midway through that quarter. The Lions get over the line by 9 points. Archie had 17 touches, McInerney and Hayes 15 each. Hillberg kicked 4, McCarthy and Starcevic 3 each. McInerney best on, followed by Taranto and Archie. So the Lions are the first team through to the grand final. The second prelim is Geelong Bulldogs. It's at Optus. I don't really know why I chose Optus. I just did. Because obviously, we still can't play in off of current games. We can't play in Victoria, so I just chose Optus. So the Cats will be playing Bulldogs for the last spot in the grand final. Winner takes on Lions. Half-time of the second prelim, and the Cats have a 4-goal lead over the Dogs. They've played pretty comfortably. They're just playing really well, all in all. In the second prelim, the Cats get up by 8 points. Stephen Martin, Adam Shaw and Zach Tui all had 15 touches. Hawkins, Sav and Dunkley all kicked 3 snags. Martin, Smith, Tui, the best ons. That was Isaac Smith, that was. And the Saints, where did I get the Saints from? The Cats will play the Lions in the grand final. And the grand final will be Lions versus Cats. Here we are, grand final day. We've got the Cats versus the Lions, Optus Stadium. Yeah, I'm just guessing it's going to be at Optus. That's why I chose Optus. Or Brizzy run out. I've also put it back at the day game, so I'm really hoping that it's going to be a day game. What's the Lions banner? I really want to read it. Oh, I'm not going to read it. Here's the Cats. The national anthem. Look at that beautiful trophy. And the national anthem. The grand final is about to start. Quarter time, the Lions have a 3-point lead. Close first quarter there. Cats got off to a great start. Lions kicked back. Half time here at Optus Stadium for the grand final. The Cats have a 19-point lead. Sean Higgins has kicked 3 snags and has 8 goals. That is, kicked 3 goals and has 8 touches, bloody hell. Alright, something to second half. 3/4 time, just 1/4 to go in the finals. The Cats are up by 20 points. They've got a handy lead here. I imagine they'll be able to hold on to it. Higgins still absolutely tearing it up. And Geelong are the 2021 premiers. I'm pretty sure I predicted that. I think I predicted them to beat Melbourne, if I'm correct. But yeah, Geelong are the 2021 premiers by a fair bit in the end. It was 35 points. Look at that. Sean Higgins, I'm guessing, will win the Norm, yeah. And it's Sava and Paddy Dangerfield. So that is the end. Geelong come out victorious.